What's going on, boxing fans? It's Loco here from Boxing Loco, coming at you guys with some more boxing content. Alright, so the buzz over the past week for the potential mega fight between Ryan Garcia and Gervonta "Tank" Davis is at an all-time high at the moment. Ryan Garcia is coming off of a one-sided complete blowout over a tough, proven veteran in Javier Fortuna. He intimidated Fortuna like nobody ever did. He beat up Fortuna like nobody ever has. He pretty much just bullied Fortuna around the ring all night like nobody has ever done. In doing so, he scored 3 knockdowns en route to a 6-round knockout, which forced Fortuna to spit out his mouthpiece and pretty much quit on the spot. After the fight, Garcia made 2 announcements, one which we expected and one that we didn't. And the one that we expected, he called out Gervonta "Tank" Davis, and he's been calling out Davis for a while now. But in the second unexpected announcement, he said he's done with lightweight and moving up to 140 pounds. He said, quote, "I'm not going back down to 135 for nothing, but I will fight Tank next. If Tank wants that at 140, hey, I'm going to record all the negotiations so you guys don't make no headlines saying I'm ducking. If Davis wants it, let's get it. That fight is going to give me the respect I deserve." End quote. But on Friday, Floyd Mayweather took to social media to address Ryan Garcia about the fight with Gervonta Davis with some specific details. Quote, "If you want to fight Tank at 135, we can make it happen before the end of the year. We can fight in 90 days if you want to. And he's going to get smoked. The fight will not be difficult to make. The fight has to be at 135. Tank is the A side. Ryan hasn't won a title yet. When he hits that boy, he won't wake up until next year." End quote. And then Ryan had a change of heart about what he said after his win over Fortuna regarding the fight with Tank. Ryan Garcia pretty much said, "Screw it, let's fight at whatever weight you guys want, so there are no excuses." He said, quote, "It's any weight, anytime, any place. There's your answer, Floyd. Oh yeah, you can get it too if you want." End quote. So this has completely changed everything now. Ryan Garcia has made it well known that he wants all the smoke and that he wants the fight no matter what it takes. Whatever weight or whatever special requirements, it doesn't matter. He just wants to fight Tank, period. Now, I know we've seen Ryan make these kind of call-outs in the past and then not fight due to mental health, injuries, and whatnot. But in his defense, him and his team are the only ones making noise. Gervonta, on the other hand, has made no effort in trying to hype up and promote this fight. He sent a cryptic tweet minutes after Ryan knocked out Javier Fortuna saying, quote, "See y'all the end of the year. Hashtag the one." End quote. Really, Tank? Really? That's your reaction when you're trying to make probably the biggest fight in boxing? Like, who knows what that means? It can mean so many things. And then he went on social media on Saturday explaining why he's not engaging in any back and forth on social media with Garcia. He said, quote, "I haven't been going back and forth with Ryan because we all know he's not a man of his word. But I do know it's a possibility of the fight happening. So I'd rather stay quiet till the deal locked. Nothing mean anything now." End quote. It's embarrassing that Tank isn't allowed to push this fight. Clearly he's been told not to. It's absolutely ridiculous. He had no interest in becoming the undisputed lightweight champion. He simply won a WBA regular belt and didn't want to make the fights in order to become undisputed. And it appears he's not that interested in making one of the biggest fights in boxing against Ryan Garcia. I can't understand it. The crazy part is, when it comes to the fight between Tank and Ryan, most people straight up think Tank is going to win this fight. Ryan has no chance. You would think Floyd Mayweather's promoter would be running around with a sense of urgency trying to make this fight happen. I mean, just think how much his profile would grow after it. Floyd Mayweather himself left Bob Arum all those years ago because he was holding him back. And it appears Floyd and PBC might be doing the same thing with Tank. I would love to see Gervonta be equally as excited in making the fight happen because he isn't really saying much to help promote and hype up this fight so far. That is what is really missing from the narrative of making this fight happen. I think he knows he's the A-side. He's a bona fide pay-per-view star already. He's already had 4 pay-per-view fights that performed remarkably well considering his growth. He's selling out arenas. Let's call it like it is. Gervonta, who's an East Coast Baltimore-bred fighter, came into Los Angeles in December on a Sunday and drew over 15,000 fans. Ryan Garcia, who's a Los Angeles native in Victorville near LA County, he came in and drew 11,000 fans in the same arena. So at the end of the day, you have to realize who's the breadwinner here. Who are the fans paying money to see? And right now, it's undoubtedly Gervonta Tank Davis. He knows he has all the bargaining chips on his side of the table. But I still would like to see Gervonta Davis equally as excited and pressing for the fight as much as Ryan Garcia is. Because right now it seems like it's a one-sided affair. You know, also Tank might be playing a game with Ryan. He could be playing chess. He's making like Ryan Garcia doesn't mean anything, but it's arguably the biggest fight in boxing. He might just be playing him down, and he doesn't want to give him his dues. Also, real quick, if you're enjoying the content, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll be dropping more videos on a consistent basis now. And please give the video a like and turn on the bell notifications. I appreciate all the support. Thank you. So back to the video. I truly do believe Ryan is really serious about making the fight happen with Tank. After a spectacular performance against Fortuna, he has all the confidence in the world to take a Gervonta Tank Davis fight next. Making the fight next is the perfect time to make it happen because coming off a performance like that will also get the casual fans excited to watch. Even after knocking out Fortuna at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, the fans were chanting in unison, "We want Tank, we want Tank." You really don't get those kind of chants at boxing fights. To hear that really says the fight is ready to put in the oven, as they say. Also, let's not forget that Gervonta is coming off of an amazing performance as well when he knocked out Rolly Romero in devastating fashion. That fight also broke a Barclays Center record in Brooklyn where the Nets play their home games. It broke the record for the highest growing boxing show in the arena's history. The announced 18,970 attendance number also set a new record for boxing in the arena. So there's really nowhere else Ryan can go at this point rather than Tank, because he's definitely not going to fight the undisputed champion Devin the Dream Haney, because Ryan stated that he's going to fight him last because he's the toughest challenge. Before the Fortuna fight, Ryan did say that he wanted to fight Lomachenko because he's always had high respect for him and believes he's one of the best skillful fighters in all of boxing. But that probably won't be happening this year, at least, because Loma is coming off a long layoff and has been in Ukraine helping his country for the war. So I'd assume Top Rank will give him a soft tune-up before jumping back in with the top fighters in the division. If the Tank fight doesn't happen for Ryan, then there's possibly another major fight to make, and that is a fight with Teofimo Lopez. Lopez is coming off a loss against George Kambosos Jr., but he does have a comeback fight scheduled in August against Pedro Campa for his 140-pound debut. If he looks great in that fight, which he's supposed to be a tune-up fight, then we can start talking about a fight with Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez, because Tio is still considered among many to be one of the big fish. But that being said, there's no other big fight out there than the Tank fight, because there's nowhere else to go for Ryan. He doesn't want to fight Devin Haney, and he most likely can't get the fight with Lomachenko next. It would be very hard for Ryan to justify not taking the Gervonta Tank Davis fight when he keeps mentioning his name and calling him out. I truly do believe the fight will happen, and it will happen this year. There's no bigger fight out there numbers-wise than this fight, but I still think that Spence versus Crawford is the biggest fight to make in boxing in terms of it being such a competitive fight where no matter who you're rooting for, you truly are not certain who will win that fight, with both fighters being so great in every single aspect. All the purists would love to see that fight finally happen. So if we can see Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford and Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, this will go down as probably the biggest year in boxing in I don't know how long. Let's hope these fights get made. I truly believe both fights will happen by the end of this year. That's going to be it for this one. Drop your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm on to the next one.
You 5'5", you don't need a ladder to hit me. You're gonna need a Stairmaster. Boy, you won't be able to touch me. You ain't never fought a 135 in your life. Just different. Just, I don't care what you say. Got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Boy, I don't care. You too ugly to be I'm fucking kid. And that's from Muhammad Ali. Boy, I'm pretty. You ain't never seen nothing like me, I promise you. You gonna go down. You see me with the bow tie, man. 2 rounds is all gonna take. You can talk to Mike. Have a good time with Mike.
Yeah, this shit, man. This shit, man.
On me. Oh, don't worry. You can, hey, yeah, hit me with that shot. You're gonna need a Stairmaster, boy.
Yes.
Hey, keyword. Keyword. Would've.
Can your next fight be with the man? What? We on worldwide television. Can you fight the mad shit, man?
Let's go! Let's go! Hey, sign in 1,000. Hey, look at me. I'm dancing. I'm happy. Look at I'm dancing bachata on you. I'm dancing bachata. Hey! Hey! I'm happy. Let's go. Let's get it on, baby. Let's get it on.
Hey, man, you gotta do something, man. You gotta lift up the next fight. You gotta lift up this shit. Look at him, man.
Woo! Let's go, Jay. Let's go. Bang, there he goes. He's out.
Hey, hold on. Who do you guys want? Who do you guys want? What do you want?